Good day. I appreciate the support. So, today we're going to be focusing on creating, I've said this in the Discord, but kind of like creating my brand-ish. Kind of, it's more about when you see a ship and you're like, that's a Markham 3D. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for that retrospect to go, this is a Markham 3D ship. So that's what I'm trying to achieve. So let's see what we can go with from there. So over the past probably 2 weeks or so, I've just been working on building the next Kitbashing set. But this one here, I'm going to try and go all out, make it more bigger, more lavish. Sure, let's use that word. More parts. So it's going to include kind of like body, cockpits, and all that kind of stuff. And so this one here, I kind of just slapped together. I think I still got to work on the textures though. Textures are, they're getting there, but they're not quite there yet. I don't think we're too far off. I put these up on Patreon the other day, but I mean, they're getting there. They're just missing a little bit. And I also designed these textures to work with DreamUV, which is absolutely awesome. So in terms of like unwrapping things, makes life so much easier. But yeah, so this is one that I whipped up just before, 6-seater, and I didn't finish the back. But it's kind of, just kind of want you to try and get into the thinking of how I'm doing it. I have taken some parts from previous kitbashing sets and brought them across just because I like some of the parts. But this one here is an engine that I built on live stream on Discord. Just built that up. And now, yeah, it's part of the repertoire. So if we actually come over, these are all the parts at the moment. So we would have seen, let's just go in solid mode. We would have seen these on Bibbo, welcome, totally white. Yeah, I think that's part of the rendering. So if I were to go into film and we went to exposure into 0.2, now let's have a look what this looks like. So we've brought down that exposure so it's not so bright. There we go. So now we can see more of that metal, more of the shininess that we've got happening there. But yeah, it's getting there. It's not perfect, but we are working on it. And also having just kind of like the multiple colors as well. It's good, but it can be better. That's all I'm going to say. It can be better, but we are getting there. So swinging around, yeah, so like this here is the white texture. However, because we're using the same setup on all the materials, everything's interchangeable. So if I want like an orange body, you can see that those panel lines are exactly the same. And then if we go 4, now I've got kind of like that metalness. So these are kind of just more of a white paint, so that if you think about like an X-Wing, the panels themselves are just different colors. So technically we could come in, let's pick this one because this one's nice and easy. And if I were to go into a new material and we went down into, let's go blue, let's give it a white, that one. What we can do is select this and I'm going to make that white. And then these here can be blue. And then you can kind of see how we can quickly just change the ship up quite a bit. So if I do a Control L on that one, there's no panels there because I didn't slice that. You donkey. Anyway, what about this one? Control L. There we go. Let's make that white. So it's more of an intake down the here. Yeah, that's annoying. I didn't do that right. So if we were to grab this, beautiful. And then this here can be blue. And now you can just kind of see how we can quickly just change kind of the dynamics and the textures of everything. So this is what we're going to be working on. It's going to be a very chill stream. I'm not intending on doing something overly complicated. Like the thumbnail suggests though, I do want to build some landing gears. And I've been thinking about this, is that they don't have to be operational. We can technically just slap it on underneath. That's good enough. Especially if we're going for, you know, like a stationary shot or something, landing gears just have to be there. We don't have to sing animating or whatever. Even if we're doing a shot of the ship kind of like coming in, you know, we might have a shot of the ship from above flying over a cityscape, and then when it's coming into land, the gears are just like hanging there already, and then it comes in and touches down. So that's kind of my thoughts. Yes, it's cool to see the gears opening and closing, but I think one of the big problems is that's what's kind of been holding me back, is that designing of like, oh, how would this gear actually fold up? How would it do this? How would it do it? Let's focus on the outcome, the point of these ships. Cool flying, landing, and stationary on the ground. The cockpit themselves aren't in too much details. This one here I have to go back and fix up because I applied a clean texture over the top, which is a little bit stupid. But if we have a look at this one, let's actually go in. Whoops, let's actually go in. That's all it is. So this is, you know, the console and the joysticks are just hanging there for now, but we'll probably come in and maybe fix that up so it tidies it up a little bit, but not going to go too crazy on it. Master. I need ship space, jet, super fast, the laser beam weapons. Yeah, I should probably add some weapons to this as well. Then obviously we've got kind of like that single cockpit, and you can see just kind of like hiding it. There's still a bit of work to do though. But I am liking where we're at the moment in terms of, you know, having this here. That piece there does make it already, give it a unique aspect that it is kind of like, you see that, that'll be like my ship, which is awesome. The other thing that I've been trying to do as well is make these cockpits interchangeable. So for instance, I've got this one. Let's go, it's going to hide that one for now. Let's go Shift S cursor to selected, Shift S selection to cursor. And then we'll bring that in. And now that's given us like a brand new ship. So this is the kind of thinking that I'm already trying to go with. What do the backs look like? I am liking this vertical slit here. This, not gonna lie, this piece here was heavily inspired by Techno Weave. I do like the very simplistic, like massive giant panels to guide where the thrusters are going. But yeah, I've just started tearing down some of the other ships and so on and so forth. So on saying that, let's go delete, Alt H, bring that back. And let's go ahead. We're going to start creating something else. Now, one thing I noticed when I was building this piece here, I need like a thin body that this kind of sits on top. Thanks, Ego. So that's what we're going to grab. I'm actually going to grab this cockpit because obviously we're going to try and make everything interchangeable. So Shift D, Alt G to reset the location, and we're going to plop it there. Let's go ahead and start creating another body. This needs to be some sort of thin body. And so that's what we're going to try and get to today. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Hit the subscribe button, all that jazz. For those who don't know, currently trying to work on a web series. Why, I don't know now. But I'm going to make this web series now. Let's go in the middle there. I'm going to do V to rip, and then we'll just delete that. Then we can come in and put a mirror modifier. I'm just going to try and find my screencast keys, just so we've got them there. Alignment is the right. Awesome. Let's go ahead and generate mirror. And then we're going to push this back, and we are just going to block off this next section. Stingray shaped. Ooh. I do. Scale Y. Make sure we've got clipping enabled. Okay. Let's have a look. See what we can do. So we are just blocking. Everything is always just blocking, just to see if we can get a bit of a nice shape happening. And so that's why if it does look ugly, I'm okay with it, because I'm more than happy just to press the delete key and go on to the next bit. So I can see that that there is going to be thorn in my side. Hello, bug. So let's do this. I'm going to select this vertex here, knife tool, and we're going to cut it like that. All right, I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's bring that up now a little bit more. I don't like it. I don't like it in the slightest. Let's, oops, yep, let's go delete faces. And we're going to try and go with what I was originally thinking. E to extrude. So we have something like that. And I mean, we are just doing we are doing basic things at the moment. Nothing too complex. Luckily enough, I've done a little bit of the heavy lifting already. And that's all in terms of kind of like these little pieces. So if we have a look, so these are those complex pieces that we can slap onto the side. So for instance, this engine, this engine here is predominantly made of about 6 pieces that we've already created and just put it on the side. So we can see 1, 2, this one here matches this one, and then we've got this piece in here, and then we've got another piece there. So if we were to jump across, that's this one here is that U-shaped piece. This one here is those pieces that I've used twice, just some kind of little caps to be used, and then also just another little bit of a panel. The other thing is I put on some pipes, whatevs, but yeah. Let's continue on from here. We're going to grab that, GZ. Let's do an E to extrude. I'm trying to work out how to fit this in. Let's try. I can't even get the first thing right. Control I to invert my selection, delete face. What if we did something like that? And then we do this, something like that. And then let's give that a bit of a rotation. Okay, now we might be getting somewhere, just because it's a little bit different. I don't like it. Oh, far out. Let's try this. Let's grab this piece here, Shift D, Alt G, and then I'm going to slide it down there. I'm really fond of this kind of like shape that we've already created. So let's go invert that selection, and we're going to go into edges. I'm going to put an F through there. And then we've already now kind of like done the work a little bit. Let's go box select, delete faces, and then we'll delete these two faces. Let's jump into generate mirror modifier. There we go. And then for now, I'm going to press F. I know it's an Engon, but it's something we can come back and clean up a little bit later. Hello, I didn't get the alert on Discord. Because I did this like 2 hours ago, an hour and a half ago, where normally I'm creating the live stream calendar entry only, you know, just as the stream's starting, but I tried to pre-plan this one a little bit better. Let's keep going. I'm starting to get a little bit annoyed at the moment. All right, let's have a look. How about make more beautiful curvy? I don't want curvy though. That's just not my jam. I'm very much, I do like the strong, hard corners. Not, yeah, flowing shapes, I don't know. Not really what I'm after. Okay, I'm liking this. This isn't too bad. Let's go ahead and add in probably I to do an inset, and then I'm going to make this straight. GX, delete this section, bring this in, and so a running theme that I have going at the moment is I'll press E to extrude, scale, and then I bring this piece here flat like that. Now, I don't like that bevel. Shade smooth. Asset is loading. Asset loading is unfinished. What? What the heck is that error? Shade flat. Someone just joined. Welcome, Nova Strider. Huh. I have no idea what that means. Let's go Shift N maybe. Nope. Let's go add modifier. Deform. Oh, which one is it? I always forget. What are you? Smooth by angle. Edit. Where are you? Smooth by angle. What the? There we go, that's better. That's what I was after. Tennis. By the way, did you know that geometry with more than 5 vertices is very effective against ghosts? They call it an Engon Splenger. It's a Ghostbusters reference. Yeah, oh, there we go. Adam Richardson is here. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Jeez, everyone's in town tonight. If anything, what this piece is doing well means that we can kind of like start grabbing other pieces, G, and then we can kind of even throw in a wing or something along here, add modifier, deform, generate, mirror modifier, and then I like to select the main cockpit. The cockpit is my central mirror point, and everything mirrors off that. So now we've got that. I don't like that this is too, the curves are too much. Like here it works okay, but I think this has now become too bubbly. I think that's my problem. So if we were to grab these vertices, delete edge loops, that'll give us that. So maybe I might just purge. Actually, no, I'm not going to purge that one. That one and that one will purge. Let's go here, here, and here. Delete edge loops. Let's purge that one. That now looks a little bit better, but I will come in and just give just that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's grab this. GG. GG. Perfect. Oh, like the Klingon ship. Needs more sensors. Well, as we were talking about already, all my sensors, I'm starting to build up the library. So first we'll block it out, and then we've got all these puppies that we can start throwing on. And so this is the beauty of trying to create my own Kitbash, is knowing there's parts there which are going to be readily available. So for instance, we've got these kind of like hatches that we can put on very quickly, some like hoods or something. So this is where we can go in. But then the stream would get censored. Oh, far out. Interesting. The front bit, I don't know. So we could probably grab this engine in here. Shift D, Alt R, Alt G to send that back to the world origin. G to the Y. And then this is where I'm not feeling this part at all. I think it's just the shape of this thing. Because if we were to go hide on that, and then slap that in like that, now it's kind of like putting a piece underneath. That's what we're after. I mean, that actually doesn't look too bad by itself. Let's go with this one. Shift D, Alt G to throw it back in place. And this is why everything I'm making is always at the world origin, because we can always just end up back like that. It does need something through there, even like where is it? This piece here. Shift D, Alt G, something like that. Let's go like this, copy to selected. I hate you. Add modifier, generate, mirror modifier, and then we select it off the cockpit. Kind of tidies it up a little bit. But then we've also got that back exposed. How do you know Blender made character is up to no good? They have shifty eyes. Far out, Dennis. What am I meant to do with that? No, there's got to be. I think because I made this piece more to be by itself, where these ones here are more attached to the front. So maybe what we'll do is let's go back and look at creating something that we can slap onto the side. I actually might just keep this line around for now. If anything, I think we need to make some landing gears. Let's go G. I'm just going to slap you over there. And then let's start again. This piece, Shift D, Alt G, put that in there. Let's grab just this section. I'm going to grab our top layer there. Shift D, P, separate by selection. because I just want to grab that, E to extrude. And so now, I think it's that, Shift N, there we go. So now we've got something that will slide in onto that. What is that going to look like? No, I didn't see that one coming, not at all. What are your OC? What? Are you making 3D design? Ah, yeah, so just trying to build a Kitbash there. Nova Strider. See, the problem is I really like this piece over here. I'm just going to go Shift D and just... I don't want to replicate it, but I kind of do because it works. Technically, we could maybe even do maybe like a Millennium Falcon style. But the question is, what if we did a GY? E to extrude on Y axis. We're going to grab this and we'll bring it down. What if we rotate this? Something like that. Let me get my chair. Where's my chair? Over here. Shift D, Alt G. And we'll put that in its place. So it's going to sit about here-ish. And then we can obviously go G to the X. Put on that mirror. Base it off the cockpit. I mean, we could even Shift D. Let's go G. Get rid of that mirror. Alt G, 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 Y. Bring it to the front. And now we've got, yeah, like the 3-seater. And we'll push that back. That's an interesting take. If we press F, we've got a nice big windshield in front. Let's go GG. C, and we'll extend that down. We won't. Let's just move this seat back. Mimic the same style that we have, which is this. Shift N. What are you? Are you a bevel? Are you my problem? You are my problem. And then we can kind of maybe massage this a little bit. So if I go delete, delete face, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, but we want to clean up that. So if I go Control F, grid face, nope. I mean, technically that's a good face. Okay, can we rotate this around a little bit? No. Oh, no. That sucks. Okay, so let's delete those faces. And we will go through the process of cleaning up some of these extra edge loops that we don't need. Delete edge loops, and we'll do the same on top. Delete edge loops. That gives us that. Control F, grid fill. And we'll just rotate that around like so, and then that'll give us that. Is it the best? No. Oh, well, actually, it doesn't matter because we're going to cut all this out. So let's take that in mind. From here, I'm going to put an edge loop through there. Let's go in the middle here, V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. and mirror. So now technically what we could do is put an edge loop through here-ish, scale x0. Let's go GG. I'm going to grab that, I to do an inset. There, delete. Let's maybe actually just move this over, give us more space. What if we do that? I to do an inset, edge loop, delete face, and then we can come in, select these. Now to bevel a vertice, Control Shift B means that we can bevel just the vertice itself. That now kind of gives us the Star Destroyer effect. Put a semicone under the chair so it sits higher, and you could put a Gatling gun under a seated position. That actually sounds pretty good. I reckon I can pull that off. Let's do the windows first. Let's go now GG. 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 I'm going to try and guesstimate this as best I can. GG. Just want nice straight line coming across. Fat fingers. It's like a B-52 bomber having a seat underneath. Let's grab that. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, wada, wada, bing, bang, ooh, ah. Control Shift B. And then we'll do the same here. Do I want to? You know what? Yes. I'm going to grab that. Delete P, separate by selection. H, because I'm going to hate myself later if I don't do that, because I already hate myself a little bit. Control Shift B. Control Shift B. That's actually really interesting, isn't it? And then let's just grab all this stuff. P, separate by selection. U. Hang on, what's that? Oh. Whoopsie doodle. Control LP, separate by selection. Select that and that. Control J to join. Alt H to bring this and this back. Control J to join. And then here, maybe what we can do is select this edge loop. Face, P, separate by selection. Face, P, separate by selection. And then that joins that piece. And then we're going to grab that. Shift D, P, separate by selection. I just want that edge there. Select everything. Control F, grid fill. Yes. Yes. Control J to join. Now, why did I do that? I'll tell you why. Because now I can go into generate solidifier. Not in the glass, Marco. Let's come into the main body, generate solidifier modifier. We're going to go into 0 and increase the size. And so now we've kind of got this extra carvings or thickness into... What do you mean asset unfinished loading? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Auto smooth. I don't know. Anyway, so now, yeah, we've now got 2 different cockpits. This one's a lot more squarey. I'm okay with that. Let's now go ahead, add in matte glass, Control S to save. I can see I've got some old materials. I can go into purge materials, delete, beautiful. And so now if we go into render mode, that doesn't look too bad. That actually looks pretty smooth. Where's this one comparatively? That's all right. What the heck is that? I need to clean that up. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty chuffed about that. Let's make sure now we go ahead, apply that, apply the solidify modifier. J to join, I hate you. Control A, J to join, nice. And then over here, we can now move this away, bring you back over to there. Let's maybe put it a little bit more in a better spot. Ah, you dumb donkey. So I forgot to grab the chairs. You, and you. Convert to mesh, and that applies all the modifiers. And then we go Control J to join. Now we've got our one piece. Shift D. I just want to move this back now. There we go. And that now joins the ranks. Are you on the square? Are you on the level? Are you ready to swear right here, right now, before the bevel? Are you just putting stuff into like Copilot or ChatGPT? Okay. I like that. I like that. This piece here. You know, actually. We have something like that. That means then, I think we need more engines. Something like this piece here is what we need, because then that can come into here, squares it off a little bit. I think it's a little bit too square. Let's go add modifier, generate mirror modifier. Off the cockpit, because everything's off the cockpit. Nice, 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 nice. And then we could probably even grab this piece here. Alt G, scale that up. G to the Y. Just hide it in like that. Let's grab some wings. I think we might need to design some more wings. And then that can sit something like this. Let's go ahead and now throw that mirror modifier on there as well. Always on the cockpit. Nice. Needs an engine. Which engine do we throw on? I reckon we might grab this engine. Shift D. Got to add everything into the asset library now. The other thing that we don't have is any way of like a landing gear or a hangar bay or something. So at the moment, these are kind of like muted and they have to be in space. Nice. Let's go ahead and grab, kind of thinking this piece here. I do like this piece. Shift D, rotate Y 180. Oops. Let's go something like so. Go GY. bring it up. It's not bad. Let's throw in some pieces at the top here. Oh, this piece. Oh, hello. You look pretty cool. Alt G, period key. I'm not going to bother actually arguing with you. You can go there-ish. Let's get rid of you now. I mean, that's not bad. That's fully sick. I think we're getting there now. I think it's starting to come. I think once, like, the decals start coming, like, start creating some decals. Because I think just having some sort of signage would do well. Oh. That's not bad. I'm actually pretty chuffed about that. Spooky mentioned that needs to have stuff on the wings. Some kind of like controlling fins or something. That was one of his feedbacks, and I agree with that. We need like a big piece underneath as well. And I think this bit where we start adding in some of the landing gears as well. Alt G. Let's go rotate Y 180. And then that just slides in under there. Oh my goodness. Delightful, says the Batman, yes. Mark 3, are you going to make K-Pack? Oh, I should. I probably should make it a K-Pack. Just have it as everything. Wait, what did I just model? There's a piece in here. There we go. That there. Shift D. That piece. I think that was the only piece that I just made. Yep, because we made the cockpit. All right. Let's grab that. The fleet is coming along. Yes. It needs, though, now it comes time to we need like a big get stuffed one, if you know what I mean. I reckon that's what we're missing. At least the decals, because I don't have a decal machine. Yeah, I will probably try and convert this one to K-Pack. And with Christmas coming up and I'll be offline for a while, it's going to be... This is going to be the primary focus. It's just smashing this out. Hover jets that help land, rotate down. Yeah, so you're talking about this ship. All ships. This is a 1 gig file, blend file. My computer's not happy. What else is on the horizon? Yeah. So there'll be more Unreal Engine stuff coming out, I think. So over the Christmas break, it'll be doing this, learning about environmental rendering in Unreal Engine. So let's say you've got a blank map. What are all the elements that you need to bring in to make it look nice? I wish there was a way to generate hotspots between pieces, so you could select something like a wing edge and assign it as a hotspot. I think I know what you're talking about. There is a little bit of a yuck way around it. Hang on, I'm just trying to find here. What else? So, Mr. Richo, you're thinking about these pieces here and how it's got thrusters on underneath. I think this is probably the best ship that I ever made, this one. It was a good ship. But yeah, there is the hard points. Oh, Mr. Emerges here, welcome. There is hard points for kit ops. Yeah, I got to go through those. I think you were talking about them the other day about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to work out, do we, in this universe, does it have those downward thrusters, or, you know, is it just kind of like an anti-gravity thing that just takes off? This is a good mining ship. Same as that engine. That was a good ship. But I think this one here is probably one of my favorites. It's one of the first ones. Anyway, then for those of you who've been around long enough, you probably remember this one. That was a good ship. Anyway, got sidetracked. Sorry, my bad. Yes, so gonna have to create some sort of gigantor ship, because I mean, it's nice having these ones here, but they're almost just kind of like people movers. They're not really transporting cargo or anything like that. So that's something I might have to build. However, I think for now, let's just go ahead and build another engine just to get some variety from there. It is, where is it? There it is. So let's do a Shift D, Alt G to bring it into the center. Okay. I'm going to chop this off like so. V to rip, Control L, delete vertices. And then I'm going to grab all these sections in here. Control L. That's weird. Control I, delete vertices. And so now we've got this central piece here that I'm quite fond of. Perfect. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to move this over. Shift D, nope, we won't do that. Move it over to this side. Let's go ahead and generate a mirror modifier. And then it's going to have like these twin motors. Let's grab this piece in here. G to the Y, push it back. Oh, by the way, did you watch Skeleton Crew? No. No, I haven't. I don't have Disney Plus at the moment. It is, I'm still umming and ahhing about getting Apple TV to watch the soccer one, Ted Lasso. I think that's the one I want to do. Thank you, Ravian. Keep forgetting about that. These look nice. The choice of nice spaceships is limited on the Fab Marketplace. Keep it up. Yes. So the intention will be, yeah, we'll probably put up this Kitbashing set up on the Fab Marketplace. But we will see, yeah, what happens with that one. Let's go GY. I'm going to dump that one in there. Then from here, we're going to add in a cube. V to rip, Control L, I hate you. Control L, delete vertices. I might go Control L, P, separate by selection. And then we'll just focus on that with the intentions of, yeah, something like that. Turn on clipping. let's go ahead and make this a big engine. So we're going to have something like that. And then from here, I'm going to delete this face. And we'll grab these two here. Let's just do a Control B and see what happens. Okay. Let's just take it just a little bit further. And then from here, I mean, we could even bring that G to the X, and then we push that out. Nah. We want to maybe have, oops, grab that. But I want this to be on an angle. And obviously if we move it like so, it's going to look a bit yuck. Actually, no, this might actually work out really well. Okay, let's do this. And we're going to grab this, Control B to do a bevel. And then we're going to go like this, I to do an inset, delete faces. No, let's leave that. Now the reason for that is we're going to have this. So that means for later on, if we want to kind of put it in here, we go GX, and now it's sitting half in there and it's just got one intake. Perfect. Great. However, if we want to go, you know, something like this, and then we can put it underneath. Now I've got dual intake. Ah, clever, Marco. Well done. It's like you've done this before. I haven't. Let's grab that and that. I'm going to go Control B. Just do a slight. Ugh, what are you? What are you doing, you jerk? Let's select all. Let's go merge by distance. Cool. Here, Control B. You are my problem at the moment. La 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 lump. Okay, well, let's just do this. And then we'll just go GX, push it all in, merge by distance. And then there should be a little face in here. We'll delete that face. There we go, clean that up. Probably have to do it down the bottom as well. Perfect. GX, delete face, select select all, merge by distance. Beautiful. All right, so we have that. Auto smooth. I hate you, auto smooth. You're not working. And then from here, let's go ahead and probably just take, I don't know, some fins or something. So we'll do something like that. Y. Let's actually curve this back. So what I can do is just push that back a little bit more extreme. Whoop, hang on. Control B to do a bevel. And then that'll give us that. I think I've pulled it back too far. GY. Maybe just something like that. I will have a look at you in a sec, Planet. Something like that. Oh, stop, Marco. And then, whoops. And then we can grab that, Alt S, scale it out. Control L. And we are just going to tilt it upwards. And then from here we can P, separate by selection. Then we're going to generate array, up the Z, up the wazoo. Let's go 0.5. 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. Perfect. I'm okay with that. Let's go Control A on the array, Control J to join, and now I've got that all in the one shebang. I'm making a cargo hauling space game set on a planet and in space. Will your set include the ability to make cargo moving ships? Yes. 100.7. That's interesting. I do want to make it now, bigger pieces. The big thing though is the way I'm designing these aren't to be kind of like have hangar bay doors and all that kind of stuff. I mean, actually, we could probably do kit ops or something, put a big bevel in there, and then that becomes our door. Maybe. Let's go ahead, and what we're going to do here now is I, E, and I've already discussed trying to make that feature here as like a ship of mine. Sorry. Trying to make enough pieces that go, when you see it, you're like, oh, that's a Markham 3D ship. Downloading Blender. Don't do it. Don't do it. There we go. I'm going to press V to rip, and then we'll do it here as well. Control B, Control Numpad, V to rip, and then we can grab that. Control B, Control Numpad, and then put that in like that. So now we're just cutting it up a smidgen. I do want to put a piece here. Control B, Control Numpad, like that. V. So now we're creating some sort of some paneling as well. I am half thinking about doing the same here. Maybe just a smallish one. Technically, we can allow a texture to do a lot of the heavy lifting, but I'm not too fussed about it, I reckon. Oh, excuse me. It's getting late. How are we going to do that? I was thinking of doing a central cut here. Yeah, let's put one there. Control B, Control Numpad minus, and then Alt S, V to rip. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's undo that. Now, this here, let's go V to rip in there. Now, there we go. Nice. Perfect. And then obviously with this engine here, we've got some shielding or some cowls, whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and grab some of those pieces. All right, I love this piece here. It's one of my favorite pieces at the moment. Shift D, Alt G, bring it over here. G to the X, rotate Y. And then we're just going to expand this out. G to the X, we're going to push that in there. And then there's a thing with kind of like a little... Ooh. Okay, Shift D, Alt G, period key. G to the X, rotate Y 90. All right, there we go. And then that'll give us a place to put this. And that'll just kind of like hide it in there. So now we've given this space extra detail. Control J to join. Add modifier, generate mirror modifier. On that. Awesome. Brilliant. Love it. And then I reckon this needs to be done underneath as well. Let's go I to do an inset. Delete faces. G to the X. E to extrude. Alt S. Oh, scale. Something like that. G, Y. Wow, itchy nose. So your set looks very interesting to me. Thank you. Trying to learn Blender and program Unreal at the same time is very time consuming. I love Unreal Engine. Did a video on Wednesday on how to use the sequencer, which, you know, that video I made more for myself, so I actually remember how to use the sequencer every time, because I don't use it very often, but when I do, I forget. F. Let's bring that back a little bit to about there. From here, Control B to do a bevel. Control B to do a bevel. Nice. Awesome. So now that we've got this as another engine, whoops, U, Control J to join. Nice. Let's now move this over to the engines. And now we've got a big get stuffed engine, which means, have you tried PCG for scattering in Unreal Engine 5? What the heck is PCG? Is that this one? Is that this one? Is that PCG? I think it might be. That looks sick. Sick. Okay, so if we want to build a cargo thing, scale, whoops, Shift D, scale 4, we need something big like this. Alt G. And then we have, oh gosh. Let's just move these out of the way, because we are going for scale now. GX, plop that into there. Big get stuffed engines. Generate, let's go into the mirror modifier, and it'll be off the main body. And then let's use the new cockpit. Shift D, Alt G. G to the Y. And I mean, there's no rules that says that we can't edit this as we go. So for instance, if I were to grab that edge, I hate you. There we go. And then if we go something like that, now we need to fill in kind of like this void. I don't think I've got enough pieces for that. Because we have to remember that now a lot of my ships have that angled wing. So let's go ahead and throw a mirror modifier on that one. And then we select the cockpit. 33 people, no, that's not bad. Procedural content generator. It's like blueprints for scattering mesh. Yeah, and I think that's what that forest thing was. See, yeah, now this is so big, we don't actually have anything to be placed in this spot. I think that's what we're missing. That's what we are missing. Because, I mean, we could grab something like maybe this. Alt G, rotate X, I have paradise stuck in my head. Do 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 do. You know what? Oh, R. And then we just dump it in here. And then let's grab another piece. Oh, yes. Alt G. Rotate X. And this is kind of like where we can just start filling the space out. Something like here-ish. I think we need to chop off this piece here. Control L, delete vertices. And there's no reason why we can't just edit our kitbashing. There's no use. And then we'll grab that one there. Shift D, Alt G. Rotate 180. Perfect. The texture though will be probably a little bit stretched, but I can live with that for now. So if I select those two, let's go to Shift D, X. I just want to bring in another one. Control J to join. Let's go generate, and we're going to go into a mirror, and then we're going to select the cockpit. And we can see that we need to add in something a little bit there. I made the mistake this morning of listening to the parody of the song Numbers. Now it's stuck in my ear. Oh, I don't know that one. It's a parody from the song Bodies by Drowning Pool. I don't know. I don't know. Then we create, well, then I created these pieces as well. And then this allows us to actually put on like panels as well. So it kind of like it'll break up the silhouette of the ship. Let's go ahead and throw something in there. Big get stuff. You look great. Alt G. Rotate 90, and then we're going to throw that piece in here. You're a little bit too big. GY, GX, and then it sits in there. Let's do a Control S to save, and I'm just going to go into rendered mode and just have a look. What does that roughly look like? Freaking ugly is what it looks like. That's I'm okay with that. Let's bring that back. Perfect. And then that'll put us a little bit of a gap there. Oh, yes. What material is this? This is 4. Let's put this as 4 as well, and then that'll kind of merge everything together. Nice. We can create some like covering pieces, and that'll hide a little bit of the junk. So we can see we've got that piece. If I were to go Shift D, Alt G, and then we've got this piece here, doesn't do much. However, if we stretch it out, and then we increase the size of that puppy, push it all the way to the back, and you can see now that we've kind of like broken up that silhouette a little bit more. Let's put the 4 material on there as well, and then that now blends in a little bit better. Definitely, I think it needs almost like this piece here, Alt G. Kind of like this. Too low. There we go. And then we'll push it in like so. Does it come all the way forward? I think that's a little bit too far. So maybe like that. Make that a 4 as well. No, actually, we'll make that as a 6. So by those numbers there that I'm talking about, it's just all about the mirror modifiers. I mean, the materials. And then we always mirror off the cockpit, which kind of sucks because if we change cockpits, then we've got problems. Let's change that to a 4. I mean, it's not bad. It does need almost like a piece that goes on underneath. So almost like this piece. Alt G. Scale Y. Scale X. And then that kind of breaks that up. This here is probably where we go ahead and create a bit of a Boolean, and then that's where we cut out like a hang of doors or something. I could hear the wife moaning about a wobbly shelf in the kitchen. I soon fix that. I tell you, fine, that is good. And so true. I mean, it fits. Most importantly, it fits. Do you know who I think we need to resurrect? Now that we're getting some really nice spaceships, I think it might be time to bring back... Hi, I'm John Holler from John Holler's Used Haulers. If you need a hauler, you give me a hauler at John Holler's Used Haulers. I think it might be time to bring him back. I just need landing gears. Ooh, whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, I'm just trying to fix that up, just so it's not clipping there. Nice. Yeah. I think a nice now, a nice hanger bay or something. How do I turn the grid? How do I turn on the grid and then put an item in the middle like you are? To add in an item, Shift A. So Shift A, and you got mesh. And then those are all your meshes, your cubes, your spheres, your cylinders. The grid, if the grid is turned off, over here, is this button up the top. What resolution am I in? Am I in? Uh-oh. That's slightly annoying, isn't it? Display. Oh, no, I'm on 150, that's fine. Okay. Oh, that looks so cool. But it does. I need to find a piece that covers the back. Spooky would probably know the best piece. Because obviously we can't put engines on the back because that's not where the engines are going to go. Maybe just this piece. Shift D. Let's go Shift S cursor to selected. Shift S selection to cursor. No worries, good sir. Oh, I thought I just clicked end stream. I would have been annoyed. Mind you, I would have then played Rocket League, but oh well, it's another story. Okay. Get stuffed. GY. The one thing that I haven't really added is pipes. And you know what? I don't think I need it for this style. I think we've been okay to get away from it. I'm going to change you to 4. And I think this is where we need kind of just like a giant get stuff sticker on it. You know what? I might create another one of these, because these pieces here are really good. So for instance, if I were to go Shift D, and then we bring it on to, maybe let's just go into this big get stuffed one. It might be we just throw it in to something like here, and then that just breaks up the silhouette. Breaks up. Let's go scale on the y-axis. Scale YY. Scale XX. There we go. G to the X. Let's go rotate on the Z. And then if we do this, we shake it all about. You know what? No, that's actually really stupid. I'm not going to lie. Unless it goes here. I'll buy that for $1. There we go. Just by having that kind of like one piece there, gave it a lot. Landing gears. I know, I haven't made any landing gears yet. You go to 4, please. And I think probably the big selling point on these will be, you know, a giant sign. I don't know what the ship should be called. Give me some suggestions. What should we call? What should be the brand? The brand. Corsair. Pelican Airlines. One inspiring artist. Welcome, buddy. Good, mate. We're just working on the next Kitbashing set. Slapping all these pieces together now. Trying to develop a set so that when you see it, you're like, ah, that's a Markham 3D set. Let's do something a little bit silly. Oh, I don't want to, because I'm going to open up Unreal Engine. I'm intrigued, though. What is this going to look like in Unreal Engine? Okay. Library. Is it library? No, it's Unreal Engine. And then we're going to the testing thing. Disruptive air. Oh. Disruptive air. Can you please make me a logo that would... No, can you please make me signage, GN, signage that would go on the side of a plane with the words disruptive air. See what comes out. Let's go into web series, testing ground, Marvel run, testing. Let's go into testing. Markatron. What the heck? This is absolutely terrible. Anyway, it's a Qantas plane. Qantas. I'm going to come back to that one. Leave it with me. Don't forget the Markham 3D Starfleet logo. Yes, that's what we're talking about. Vertex Bird. He's putting something on the side of a ship that'll be, like, ooh, let's go into the bowels of my folder file structure well before I started cleaning up. 3D stuff, textures, Markham 3D, decals. Yeah, like this here. Where is that? Let's go Shift A, image, meshes plane, Control V, Lotto. And then it would be something along the lines of GY, GX. GX, rotate Z, rotate 90, and then we'll have something like this. Can you stop, please? Okay, now we need to fit it there. So I'm actually going to do a loop cut there. Let's go like this. And then with that selected, we are going to go add modifier. We're going to go into generate. We're going to go into project. No, deform. Shrink wrap. We select this object, but it's going to go funky, which is fine. Nearest point, we're going to go into project to the negative. Now we need to just add in a few edge loops. And now we've kind of got that branding on the side. So that's kind of like the idea of, we can go even bigger. Come on. Whoops. And then we do something like that, and you don't want to project. Hello? Yeah, you're there. I know you're there. Can we offset a little bit? There we go. It's a little bit too much. Control A, apply the scale. Perfect. Like, that's what those decals kind of do. I have 15 minutes and get to see you live, looking great. Sweet. In Discord, let's have a look. What do we got? A logo. So what we need to do, Michael Bridges, make sure, please go check out Michael's channel. We've had quite a few good chats about YouTube and such and doing Blender things, so make sure you go out and check out his channel. With this, I need a black surface. So for instance, like that's not really going to work, but it's fine. The ideas work though. And this is how we can, grab these and then start putting them on these spaces. So Michael, while you're here, let's catch you up. Creating a kitbashing set so that when you see these spaceships, you're kind of like, that's a Mark on 3D spaceship. So that's the goal. That's what I want to create. And so you can see here, even with these limited number of pieces, actually, question, how many pieces are there? 75 pieces. I kind of want to get that up to about 200 before we release this kitbashing set. You can see that we're already creating some nice, unique ships. I mean, to an extent. This one here needs a little bit of work. I think we need a big bridge style one. This is nice, but I think we can do better. So maybe. Let's see if we can do this real quick. I'm going to go delete. Let's undo that, and we're going to delete everything here. And then we're going to go into a cube. Let's see if we can do this real quick. 1.5. Okay, so this is in there. Let's put an edge loop, rip that, delete vertices. Let's go into add modifier, generate. We're going to add in a mirror modifier. Let's go G to the X. And we're going to try and make a bit of a bridge, almost like the what do you call it? Star Destroyer bridge. Let's go delete faces. So we're going to clear that one out. I think we need to add in a little bit more in here. Actually, no, we can get away with that. Let's do this. Scale Z, GZ, Alt S. And we're going to bulge that puppy out. From here, let's put an edge loop. I'm going to grab this and this and this, GG, GG. And then we'll do the same here. GG, something like that. That'll give us that. Let's grab these top sections, GG. Now we have all these windows in here. Let's do I to do an inset and I again to do individual faces. We'll go P separate by selection because these are going to be our windows. From here, let's just hide them, come into here, and we want to kind of create some bevels. What are you doing? Do this, do this, do this, do this. Hello, someone just joined. Welcome to the stream. Let's have a look at who that was. Najit, welcome to the stream. Whoops. I pressed the button I shouldn't have. Come back. FAMI games are an itch. Nice. Can you please send me the link? I'm intrigued. Okay, let's go Alt like that. Nope, 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 nope. Control Shift B to bevel corners. Now we select the insides. Oh, I've done something wrong here. Select all, merge by distance. There we go. There were just some vertices which I hate you so much. Ah, I know what I did. Select all, merge by distance. Let's grab this, 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 thus, thus, and thus. Control Shift B. Why was I Kiwi? I don't know. And then we can grab all this, 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 and this. We can do E to extrude, Alt S. That's actually not bad. Right click. I hate you. Let's take that idea. I'm actually going to keep this. Can be done a bit better, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. Let's just go ahead and find some pieces just to add a little bit of extra detail on top. And I know what I'm after. Let's go with this one. So Shift D, Alt, selection to cursor. Yeah, perfect. And then that'll go kind of just on top here. Awesome. And then one more. If we come into here, Shift D, Shift S, selection to cursor. Do that. Rotate Y 180. And then we'll scale that up. And then that'll come into here. It's a little bit too big now. Perfect. Control S to save, and then now when we come into this view, that's going to hopefully look, it's going to hopefully look lovely. Oh, isn't that right? Right click, I hate you. Is that a new function? It's, yeah. That's actually not bad. I think now, because it's starting to get late, I think what I'm going to be working on throughout the week is probably create a few more pieces. I'm going to try and make some landing gears, and I'll probably make some videos on, maybe some time lapses, or go through the whole process from start to finish and just talk about kind of like my thought process and all that jazz. But yeah, subscribe. It's an add-on. Is the opposite of an add-on a subtract off? What? Oh my goodness. My wife asked me to pass her the lip balm. By mistake, I gave her some super glue. She hasn't talked to me since. Perfect. Oh my goodness. This is freaking sick. No, I wasn't meant to do that. Let's go panel 4. And now that's kind of like, yeah, beautiful. I mean. Oh, hang on. No, quick, before we finish up. File, open recent, ships. So I haven't done this yet, but I applied all the convert to mesh, and then applied all the modifiers. Let's go. Actually, we'll do it this way. N. Oh, where's that? This one here. L. I think it goes in here. No. L. Poopy. Just create a quick photo. Spaceship. No, that's the wrong one. But anyway, add to folder. Let's just quickly do. I just want to quickly make sure. I just want to see what it looks like in Unreal Engine. Hopefully now that's put all our textures in one location. So if we go into Studio, come down here, spaceship. What? No. Oh, you suck. So it put all the textures into the one file, which is a little bit frustrating. I didn't want that, but whatevs. Let's come into here. We will create another folder, and we will call this test ship. Let's do that. And then from here, click and drag that into there. Skeletal mesh, build nanite. No, I'm not going to build nanite. Let's just import. I just want to see what it looks like. Create an M-shaped greeble and add it to every ship. Well, that's why those insets are... There's decals on this thing? I don't... Ugh. Alright, so the mesh is a bit shiny. The glass is a little bit wrong. Which one's glass? Matte glass. So engine glow and glass are the other ones I haven't come across. So I specifically designed these materials in Blender to just be textures. So now if I were to type in glass, MI glass, perfect. But it looks like, yeah, something's not right with these textures, which is okay. And then the engine light, whatevs. I wonder if, do we have an engine glow? Glow? Engine? Engine light. There we go. But yeah, all right. So there's a little bit of playing around with the materials that needs to be done. Let's quickly open up Sci-Fi Panels 4. You're the emissive color. You're the diffuse. You're the metallic. You're the roughness. So here it looks okay. But I reckon it must be something else. Oh no, it's just because the textures are so big. That's why. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, all right. Okay, it's fine. So if I were to go metallic, delete, apply, we were expecting it not to be as shiny. The roughness should take care of it all. It's switched. Okay, let's try that. Control Z. So, because this is metallic, okay. I will trust you. That one goes into roughness. Anyway, we got the gist of it. So let's call it a night. I don't know what video is coming out. Oh, no. Oh, what's coming out? I think there's a material library for PBR shaders coming out tomorrow night. Wednesday night, I'm going to try and come up with an Unreal Engine tutorial over in my Discord. If you want, leave ideas for videos, because I'm almost up to 2,000 videos in the unpublished section. I'll probably try and make some landing gears and also do some IK rigging as well. UE5, ta-da! You should not switch it. Also, apparently I'm getting a Rococo suit, mocap suit, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, let's call it a night. Thank you very much for the support. Tell your friends. Hopefully we can get up to 100,000 subscribers within the next year. And we will go from there.